Oh, no judgment. Nope. That's kind of funny though. Late night. Well, I might have to judge you a little bit. Come on, it is 2 o'clock. Hey, Suzanne. Well, I wasn't really sure what to do today on this, and one of the yeah, just keep different schedule. I mean, it's just a different lifestyle. Sometimes we stay up super late and work, and other times we're up really early. Oh, you're heading on vacation. So I hope you're not driving and watching this at the same time, Suzanne. I'm just kidding. I'm sure you're not. Well, Hampus is one of my students here. He suggested maybe doing a pastel, and so I thought that could be a good that'd be a good thing to do. Experiment with that. So maybe we'll try that. Looks like I think that's okay because this is under the text. So I got that shadow. That's I don't know what that is. This is it's the camera. And it might be me too. So I'll kind of stick up maybe a little bit in this area. And then, let's see, I can come down maybe a little closer. And this time maybe I can crop that stuff out at the top. All right, well, I have low attendance today. I don't know, Friday again. Well, if you guys have any questions, just shoot them out while we're here. Let's see if a few other people join us. And let's see, here is, so I thought I would do another figure. I'm actually working with some pictures I took a while ago of Haley. So she's the one I just did in that last tutorial. I've got so many shots of her and I got them outside. And I'm trying to pick one. Let's see, what am I saying? I think for the next, I forgot what I was going to do for the next tutorial. Well, anyway, maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. I think this one I was thinking just for, well, actually, no, that's right. I am doing one of her outside for the next tutorial, but it's not going to be this one. I thought I would just play with this one a little bit. And this is the image. And what I thought was just kind of cool was that dappled light. So that's not too different from the next tutorial I'm putting out. So it's we're just working with a lot of look at all the green in the skin and the red, and then all of that warm light, and then the cool skylight. I just think that lighting is so amazing. So for some crazy reason, I thought maybe I would just attempt that in a loose charcoal. No, graphite, no, pastel. What is this damn stuff called? So here's my pastel set. I did that pastel. I was actually kind of doing an extra little, man, that whole, if you guys saw that on Instagram, that was that little tutorial I was doing that just didn't turn out quite so well. And I was going to post a little extra here on Patreon, but there's just so much that is it Luis? Welcome. So this is my pastel set. So guys, check that out though. $7. That says $7.20. So this set is older. I think it's probably as old as I am. My mom picked that up at, well, it says a BYU bookstore. That's a good question. This was the first time I really ever, let's see, pastel. So here's the set. So what I ended up doing, I made a post on my stories. I showed my sander after I sanded them. So I just had this big shop sander, and I went down. So on these I didn't. They went into my dust collection system. I would imagine the inside of my dust collection system looks pretty colorful. Actually, it probably looks all gray now. But a lot of times when I sharpen my charcoals, I was saving the charcoal dust, and then I think I lost it. I don't know what I did with it, and so I haven't been. But yeah, this all just kind of went bye-bye. But that's actually, I probably should in a way, because you can use that powder. It's still pigment. But this is what I ended up doing. So I broke most of them. I tried to break them in thirds. And then I thought I'll sharpen the end, because I started doing that pastel and they weren't sharpened. And I think on that video I'm trying to do the nose or something, and I'm trying to do the nose with one of these big clunky square pieces, and it just doesn't work. So I went down and sharpened them, and I figured, that's kind of nice to have those, so you can at least do a little detail with them. And then I was going to do the middle third, so you can use the edge, the side. Now these new pastels kind of have I guess that's the way they're formed. They have kind of almost a skin on them a little bit. You kind of have to get through just a little bit. And then I just save the last little part that has the number on it, so I can replace it if I run out of it. But I like this little set. It's 48 colors, and it seems to work really well. So I'll attempt another, pastel. So now pastel I posted was a combination. Let's see. So I got a charcoal. Was charcoal. Do a general. Let's try a general. Yeah, I'm not very organized today for this. I actually just did an interview with Southwest Art on the phone. Just got off the phone with the writer, so I'm a little behind. Yeah, I guess that's okay. That's a Ritmo. So there's a Ritmo and a general. So that's a 2B. I was looking for my HB, but I think I put it. Oh, I know where it is. No, can't get in there now. Let's see. There it is. Voila. All right, so I think I'll just keep this. I think I'll just kind of keep this. So this piece of paper is long and skinny, but I was thinking maybe maybe I'll trim this video down when I repost it, and maybe, I don't know. Do you guys like I guess I could leave all the text. Trim all this stuff out on the phone at the top, but if I work right here, then the text doesn't cover anything up. So that was kind of my thinking. And then of course, we have to do everything vertical for Instagram. And so I chose a horizontal figure. All right, well, that was fun on that last one I did, because of course I didn't have the phone right in front of me. Let's see if I can kind of get around it here a little bit. Maybe I'll try getting above it. And so, I don't know, okay, I can go over to here. Just kind of keep really, really loose. And with this one, I always try to think about what I'm after with a piece. I try to pick something specific with each piece I do. And with this one, that's just what I showed you guys a little earlier, was the light, the warm and the cool light. And keep that gesture going. I think one of the reasons I got excited to do pastel, I have to admit, was Martin Campos. I know Elisa, we've talked about him before. And his pastels are so, oh, that's a good word for him, kind of ethereal, just really experimental and fresh. And I was kind of intrigued that he puts so much charcoal in them, and then he lines some of them really heavy. Actually uses, that's what I should be using. I always tell you guys, I always start with Vine charcoal. I'm thinking, I think I forgot something. I think it's going just fine though. But if I mess any of that, yeah, and his gestures are just killer. I mean, it just puts in like minimal amount of information. So yeah, if any of that's not correct, it's not going to come out of there. That's all right. I don't know. I figured if I completely just bomb in front of you guys, right? Feel like I might have cut it. Oh yeah, I'm off. Let's see, I'm off. Maybe I can pull that back a little bit. A little more. Hey, Mike. There. Let's see, how much I got? Well, that's just about right. Pushed it a little close to the edge there, but I think I might be all right. Keep her hand down. And I don't want, I think, no detail. I don't want any detail. So for you guys that just, yeah, I bomb more often than I would ever like to admit, but it's the idea of keep swinging is what's important. So those of you who just joined, this is a little image of Haley, and I've just I've kind of, these are the shots I shot a couple years ago. This, not really. I'm bombing less. I think I'm trying to get I don't know. I found some new ways to work through, or maybe before I would just completely give up on it. I can kind of muster my way through it now, so that's always fun. But now I think, like, they always say our failures teach us more than our successes, right? So you'd think after that many failures, I'd be a friggin' genius. But anyway, so I'm just really liking this light, and that's what we're going to work with. And I'm kind of working with these images I shot a couple years ago, quite a bit lately. I'm really liking the light, and I just wondered what that would look like in a pastel. I have no clue. But as usual, what I really want to impart to everybody is, just keep it real simple. Find that one thing that, that kind of drove you to that imagery in the first place. What was that one thing that captured your attention? And well, I mean, it's the female figure, of course, but I kind of can't help that. That's just kind of what I work with mostly. But it's that light. I just love what the sun does. So I had that interview this morning with Southwest Art, and I was telling him about how I have this nice yard. Well, no, let me take that back. It's not nice. It's a yard, but I have a lot of trees, but I have no privacy. And so I was telling him about doing stuff like this out in the yard. And if I had a private yard, more of a private yard, I would do this much more often, and just meaning work outside in the sun. I think that's Kat. Hi, Kat. All right, I feel like I scrunched her down just a little bit. Maybe I'll just run it off the paper. I don't know. Not measuring at all. No measuring. Don't even care. Think about it. That hand comes down a long way, though. There's not a lot above. All right, well, that's about all I think I'm going to do. So I can't even remember how I started that last one. This is just so new to me. I can't believe I haven't done pastel before this. Have you guys ever played with pastel? Yeah, I'm glad you could join us. So I just tell everybody, just ask away if you've got a question about anything. This kind of supposed to be like a question and answer. Oh, I should have pulled all these out before I started. Let's see. And I noticed that Martin said somebody asked him a question about which colors he uses. Oh man, I can't get that out. Which colors he uses. And he didn't really say, but he just says he has a few of his favorites. So that's kind of what I was setting off to do, is just kind of got to find the ones that work. And it's really interesting not to be able to blend them. Yeah, it is enchanting. And I think, again, like with Martin, they're so loose and free. It just kind of gave me a whole new, like, kind of perspective on not how to do them. I don't know how to do them, but it just opens up I got to break that one down more. Opens up the possibilities. So yeah, see, there's like a kind of a hard surface on that. But it's so weird not to really be able to like blend on a palette. And you kind of have to almost, I guess, optically blend on your piece. And I'm loving these blues. Let's see that. I'll start kind of light. Kind of just a blue-green. Oh, wrong one. Got to break that one too. And this kind of exemplifies that light. You know, that sky. The sky is the light source, really, for most of that. So it's blue. Blues and greens. I mean, she's surrounded by all those greens, so I want to put a little green in there. And the dark, I can never quite decide, like, on the darks. I've just got these browns. And for some reason, the brown, so let's see, maybe more neutral. Try this one. Boy, they don't break very even. I'm trying to break that in thirds. It's not very third. So if I can kind of get these under my belt, I think I will add some of them to Patreon, especially when we're talking about color. Oh, man, that's a hard one. Let's put a little blue in that. See, and I love when you call something a study. You know, there's no pressure. It's just, you can just be free with it. I love that idea. Let's see. No clue. No clue what I'm doing. It's kind of like being a kid playing in the mud. All those reds in there too. Let's see. That light catches that. That's a good blue. I like that blue. So one thing I'd like to do on here, you guys, now that I've got your attention, is eventually I was hoping to figure out on these live feeds how we could all communicate. I don't know if you guys are interested in something like that. Because this is all, you guys have to type and I talk. And it was just about all I could, I couldn't really figure out. There's things out there, there's a thing called Zoom. And it's like a conferencing, I guess that's like Skype. You get multiple people on at the same time. So I was kind of thinking of switching these to something like that down the road when I can figure out how to do it. I don't know if you guys would be interested in something like that or not, where we could all kind of participate. Huh. I don't have a number on that one. Oh, I sharpened the wrong end. Oh, great. It's a 268. It took me a while to even break these because when I opened this box up, they were all pristine. I don't know. I'm trying to think about that light coming through there and hitting that. The warmth of the sun. Elisa's got a thumbs up. Yeah, so it's kind of technologically just a little bit. It's something I'm going to have to work toward. Yeah, that's all right. Go back to this. But I kind of like that idea where we could all communicate. Now the lighter flesh tones, let's see, I've got a couple here. Oh, sorry, Suzanne. you missed the most important part. It's all downhill from now. And I'm not repeating it. I actually was saying that, I don't know if you missed this part or not, but like we do this on Instagram, so it's like kind of one way. I talk and you guys write or text. And I thought it'd be kind of nice if we could do something like this on a program or an app called Zoom or something like that, which is kind of like Skype. I think it's kind of like a teleconferencing thing. So I was kind of thinking about something like that down the road. If I can kind of figure it out. I mean I'm still kind of figuring Patreon out. Okay, guy, I cannot remember how I did that. That's funny thing is like I did that pastel. I guess I wasn't talking. That was the main thing. But I think I felt like I think I felt like when I was doing that last one, I didn't know what the hell I was doing then either, but it somehow worked out. The lighting on that one was a little simpler. So this is a little extreme. Let's see, let's get in. I'm trying to get those darks in there. So it's kind of cool. You can lay in a brown like that. See, I really want something more neutral. And then you can put a blue in on top of it, which cools it right off. And then the sun. And I'm still struggling with my reds. This seems so strong. Let's see, let's try this one. This one's more like a raw sienna. I don't know. So when you guys are painting, well, it's just a kind of a good idea to do the same thing, or drawing. Just I'm not worried about the drawing here much. I'm just really focusing with the simple shapes, light, warm and cool. That sun's coming in there, so I'm just thinking everything that sun's hitting is going to be, well, lighter and warmer. And that's still just all that cool color, huh? That's difficult. Let's go a little more green. and blue. I need some of those. They're kind of the cool reds. Let's try this one. Yeah, it's just like this total experimentation. I have no idea what that's going to look like on there. Well, it's not too bad, I suppose. A little bit. It's kind of it's a soft purple. And there's more of a blue purple. That's my problem. There's no flesh colored stick. No wonder I can't do this. That's funny. Oh, they won't stay in there either. Whoops. Oh, dang. I think that's got to be the flesh colored stick. Sort of. Not really. No. Maybe. Joking, of course. How about that? That's got there's that, Hey, Hampus. There's that, flesh. I can't air quote flesh tone. I can't air quote with a piece of pastel in my hand. Let's see what that looks like in there. I'm just totally messing around. I mean, I should have a drink in my other hand because that's the way I feel. I got off that interview with Southwest Art and it's just like, oh man, everything's downhill from there. Actually, wasn't that? It actually went very well, but I think I sweat right through my shirt. Gross. There's a little bit of warmth in there. I don't know. Yeah, if I went doing this on Instagram, vertical thing, I definitely would have gone horizontal. I just might feel like it's a little tight. Let's see, what the heck did I do that for? That's her foot. See, I put that in the wrong spot. It actually erases pretty well too. I was pretty impressed by that. I think that's her foot right there. I don't know. At least you can't put your brush in your drink with pastel. Yeah, how many times have you done that? Yeah, the article comes out in October. I think he'll make me sound better than I sounded on phone. Actually, he was pretty fun. That was one of the better interviews I've ever had. We got along really well. I mean, I always get along with them, but we just seemed to click. Okay, a little more of that blue. Maybe I'll try some. Let's go back in. And it seems like I did. No paper towels. So unprepared. And this is so unprofessional. It seems like I smudged that out a few times. Efface it a little bit and pull it back into a blob. We'll see. Yeah, it is like applying makeup. Exactly. Although, I guess I have applied makeup once in a while. I was going to say, I don't think I've ever actually applied makeup, but I have. Yeah, it kind of is, actually. Come back and pull in some of my drawings. Just a hint of, remind me where I think that's a foot. I don't know. She's very slender. Haley's a very slender girl, so I think I'll keep things kind of skinny. I think that hand was in there. But yeah, I think doing something like this where, I mean, I guess I wish you guys weren't watching me, but the idea of don't care about if it turns out or not. You just at your hands in the mud, just seeing what comes of it, if it's successful or not. But I think that idea is, we need to do that more often, all of us. Just play in the mud and experiment. Let's see, I think that doesn't feel too bad. Yeah, I think that foot's probably right in there somewhere. Blobs are cool. Yeah, I gotta go back and look at, I mean, I've got gigantic files of Degas' work on my computer. And now I want to go back and look at them look at them in a different light. And really start looking at his pastel. You know, I mean, I've looked at his pastels, but now that I'm kind of messing around with them a little bit, I'll kind of see like maybe what he was thinking in certain areas. And then also, one of my favorite artists was Toulouse-Lautrec. So I'll look at his pastels a little bit more. I just love his color sense. Well, both of their color sense. Yeah, I think I got that leg a little skinny. But see, watch this. It's so cool. Like if you get something off, except I don't know what color, you just go right back over it again. And that Hanamula paper is just so forgiving. It's just so entirely forgiving. And you can just keep loading things on top of it. It's amazing. It goes up a little higher. I haven't even checked an angle. Let's see. Yeah, that's not too bad. Let's try something like this now, just for kicks and giggles. Let's see, what does a Ritmo do on there? A little darker. Well, that's where all those reds are. Let's see, I still can't find a good red. Darker. How about this one? Yeah, you can put in these really bright colors. You can, like I said, like over here, you can come back in and temper them with something over the top of them. Kind of optically blend them. Leave them alone. Huh. The sanded paper. No, I was. I had a couple sheets of that. I think it was sanded paper. No, that wasn't sanded actually. That was felt paper that my mom had bought. So no, I have not. But I was just reading, I have a book by Daniel Green I was looking at the other day, and he mentions sanded papers, and then he has a little chapter about making your own. But I think that I like that idea. Like when you start getting into something a little more serious, to have it on like a panel, and then you can control your tooth. You can control your tooth. So darker red. I think I need. Let's see what this one looks like. This one's not sharpened. Looks. Oh my God, those are strong. I'm going to break right there. Oh, no, I didn't. Well, it broke. Look at that. That was funny. It kind of did what I wanted it to, but it wasn't trying to. Let's see. Let's see what that does. Got a little pinky right there. Her fingers, maybe throw in a little red. And those fingers are over there. Thumb is right there somewhere. Push in that dark. Actually, I think I'll put that dark in with the purple. What the heck? Yeah, that's better. I think I like this in the Daniel Green book, thirds. I know it was it was close to thirds, wasn't it? In the Daniel Green book, he mentions like color combinations, and he mentions kind of like because he's traditional. He does lots of browns, and then he mentions the Impressionists palette, and that piqued my attention. I thought that sounded good. There we go. There's that dark cold green. And I thought, yeah, the Impressionist palette is something I think that's like Degas and Toulouse-Lautrec. That kind of excited me more than I think the browns. Oh God, yeah. Oh, absolutely. William Merritt Chase is one of my all-time favorite artists. Everything he did was amazing. And there's been times I thought I liked him better than Sargent. I mean, he did so many he did so many different things. Sargent did so many just portraits, but Chase did everything. And I love Chase's nudes. Yeah, you got those pastel nudes. Oh God, they're just amazing. Yeah, I haven't done a master copy, let's say, of Chase yet, but I'd like to. I think some of those would be really fun. Okay, so there's that warm. So the sun's hitting there. I can even throw some of that flesh tone in there and bring that right into that. Yeah, now I need to, and that's the other. I'll go back and look at all my Chase books, and then look at his pastels all anew again. I think there's one Chase did, and I think it's a pastel of a girl sitting. It's just her back, and I think she's got a kimono, maybe. I might be thinking of something else. Now I think I might have several images I'm thinking of at the same time. Oh, really? Pastella Society. Yeah, and if I read that, I've completely forgotten that. That's awesome. I guess that would make sense. He did a lot of pastels. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of kicking myself. I don't know what. I had several friends that did pastels that were trying to get me to do it years ago, and I just wouldn't do it. Fickle. I'm fickle. So hair, a lot of hair. And I want to get some color in that hair too. I almost feel like that's too. I like that warm. That's exactly what's in the photograph, but it's not being very harmonious. It feels foreign. So maybe I'll knock that warmth down just a little bit, make it a little more neutral. What would that do? I don't know. How's that? Flesh tone. Oh, in DC, did you see that one, Suzanne? I guess you probably did since you're pretty close right there. And sometimes, Suzanne, we need to get together, and if you still want to do a workshop, we need to probably figure that out. Yeah, I guess that's not too bad. It seems it needs a little warmth underneath it first. Yeah, I just love what that can do. It's so cool. This is that light's kind of surrounded by this warm. Down in there. Let's see. Whoop. A little red. No, that's too nice. Well, I know it's too hot, but it's easy. Again, like I said, it's easy to temper with something else. Oh yeah, I feel like such a newbie at this. But all the same, it's still fun. And then I like the combination where you can use the flat side, and then you can hatch with it too. I kind of enjoyed doing a little hatch work in that last one. That was fun. That's where the optical color blending starts coming in. Just a myriad of little things you can do in there. Let's see, let's get some blue. I really like that blue. Get a little more in there. Yeah, well, as I'm looking in the camera, the drawing is definitely very soft. There's nothing very definitive. But yeah, look what you can do. can just obliterate something. Redraw it back in. Yeah, maybe I just wasn't ready for pastels. Maybe I had to have a color sense or something before I could get interested in them. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I'm just slow. Just a little slow. And that needs just maybe a little blue in there. Too hot. All right, let's try. Oh, actually, let's do it this way. On that one I posted, I experimented with charcoal. Let's see. Oh, there's a like drawing with charcoal and then drawing with the pastels, and I couldn't quite decide which one I liked the best. That's kind of hard. Oh, hey, it's Nate. Hey, Nate. Glad you could join us. Everybody's just watching me play with play in the mud with charcoal, or I mean with pastel. Blue right there, a foot. So I guess the next thing I need to pull out is the soft pastels. So these are considered hard pastel. The new pastels are. And so I need to pull out the soft pastel. I got a gigantic big Rembrandt set. Yeah, let's blend that together. You squint that down, that kind of falls together a little bit. Oh, hey, Sergio. Oh, God. Now I'm embarrassed. Sergio's watching me, like, screw around with pastel. I'll show you guys. This is what I'm working on. You guys that came late, that's the image. Now let's see if I don't think Instagram sends their. Oh, you really can't see anything in that. I don't think Instagram sends their nipple bots into. I don't know. I hope they don't. Well, this is recording anyway, so. Yeah, so I'm just completely messing around. I didn't really do any drawing. I just kind of wanted to play with the light. I thought that image was pretty cool, though. It had all this light coming in from the sun. So I worked with this model a couple years ago outside, and I got so many great images of her, and I just thought it was time I actually do a few of them. Sergio, you do pastel, right? I mean, you've been doing some amazing gouache, but I know you've messed around with pastel. See, I think maybe I don't know if that got a little dark, but yeah, see, that's like that. You can just come right back in and lighten that with a lighter color. So cool. Let's try this. Oh, rarely. I was thinking you had, I'd seen some of yours. Yeah, they seem like I don't know, it's like it's duh. Oh, that's true. Yeah, the storage. Yeah, pastel storage, I have to admit. That's what I like about this is my set. This is my new pastel set. That's all there is. It's like 48 colors, so it's kind of limited. So I thought maybe if I could keep the palette a little bit limited, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But yeah, I like the idea. It's like you got color with a dry medium. You know, how cool is that? Oh my God, we are almost out of time, you guys. Are you kidding me? We got like 10 minutes. That just went by like lightning. Well, I don't know if this will ever. I mean, I guess if I sat down and kind of rework the drawing a little bit, I suppose this could be something. I don't know. It wasn't really, like I said, I didn't mean it to be anything, just a experiment. Plein air pastel. Yeah, I think that'd be the trick if you could, as that friend, I've got a friend who does pastels, and I don't know if he's ever done plein air, but I've seen his kit that he has to drag around. It's ginormous. I think that'd be hilarious, to drag a gigantic big pastel kit outside. But yeah, I think if you could limit the. Does Jacob do him? Let's see. I'm gonna have to look him up. Aguilar. I'll have to look him up. Is he plein air? Oh, yeah, those little pink colors in there. You're too nice, Suzanne. It's not. I guess there's some kind of cool colors. There's like those impressionistic colors in there. It's just that I don't know. I can like I said, I can fix it. The drawing's not too far off, but it's fun. It is fun. Yeah, it's totally fun. So yeah, it's like throw all that red in there, and then you can just come right back over it. That's a little light with some of that green. Just great blendability. Oh, let's see. Kind of messed up her wrist. Still haven't really figured out how to get the darks in there. I don't know if I still can't decide if I like just the straight on. In the Daniel Green book you mentioned, you can put this in, and then you can temper it with a little color to make it kind of blend in. So I guess that kind of works. It's just a darker, more neutral. The plein air kits aren't huge, probably. Oh, 50 sticks. Yeah, that would definitely work. Yeah, like I said, this is 48. I mean, they're new. Whoa! Oh, God, it's on my knee. Those are the new pastels. So I guess they don't really. They're a little skinny. Oh, they're a little skinnier. It just flows right into that. Yeah, so that's kind of what Martin Campos does, which is kind of what I find so enchanting. Is he just kind of wraps them around with these really dark lines. They're really kind of cool. I just never really seen pastel quite done like that. It's really charming. Oh yeah, the new pastels. Like, is there? Well, I think they are a little easier to handle. Like, in school is that like what the instructor wanted was new pastel, or did you just choose new pastel? They just seem so, I don't know, because they're harder, I guess. They just seem a little more akin to drawing. There we go. Yeah, I know that all of a sudden changed it for me. I was kind of looking at this like Suzanne said it looked good, and I'm thinking, oh, it does not. And then all of a sudden it's just like, hey, that actually does kind of look cool. It's kind of like that design, isn't it? So it's just like I got to give Martin kudos for that. I just don't think I would have ever thought of that to do something like that. But it totally works. Martin, you're a genius. You guys all follow Martin Campos on Instagram? I think it's under Campos Martin. Mark English use a strong line. Oh yeah. Actually, I think you're right, Sergio. I'd forgotten about that. He just passed away, didn't he? Seems like he had a lot of different, like, I was kind of looking at some of his work the other day, a lot of different techniques. And that's like, I don't know, that's like an interior, kind of more of the interior line. So maybe I won't put a dark one around that. Maybe just keep the dark around the outside. Is that on camera? Oh, barely. Yeah, surprise! I can't believe what that did. That's shocking. Huh. Yeah, that was sad. I guess Mark was, he was in his 80s, but still. I don't like it when artists die. I don't know, something like that. Anyway. Yeah, who'd have thought? Dark line. All right, Sergio, there's a possibility I might be out in your area. That's cool. I like to hear that. I'm glad he was still working. I might be in your area in October. We're still working on it. It's a birthday, kind of a birthday present for my daughter. So if I do make it out there, I'll definitely let you know ahead of time. And you better be there this time, man. No more like Oregon plein air painting. Actually, I just saw you guys' announcement for the latest episode. I got to go listen to that. If you guys, anybody else out there, you go listen to Waiting to Dry. It's a really cool podcast. They're the little podcast that could. It's kind of cool because it's not like over the phone or anything. It's all live. Not scripted or anything. You get to hear Josh make fun of Sergio. Although I don't think he makes fun of you as much as he used to, because I think he realizes now how valuable you really are. Yeah, actually, I kind of like that. Just big. Yeah, maybe even take that blue out. It's kind of a cool, just a field of red. Well. And leave that too. Don't overwork it, Bryce. Don't overwork it. Yeah. Oh, guys, I think I'm done. Done. I mean, done. There's a little light right there on her wrist. Might be, oops, let's put a little red in that. Nope, where'd that? Oh, I lost my red. Or did I ever have it? Maybe it was that one. Yeah, I think it was that one. Yeah, you lose track of them too. You like go throw a pastel down in the pile and you see a color you want to kind of duplicate and you can't remember what it was. What did I do that one? How did I do that? All right, and then there's actually, I think this is is that the ivory? Oh, wait. Oh, I did that backwards. I was going to save that for the light. Oh, there we go. That worked. Oh, Leon. Cool. I like Leon. Gotta get down there. And I think he posted some pictures of his studio, some shots of his studio the other day. I thought, man, that'd be fun. I gotta go see his studio sometime. 2 minutes left, you guys. All right, well, Try some pastel. You guys, give it a try and see what you think. I don't know. I'm gonna keep kind of messing with them a little bit. Yeah, it's too white. A little redder. Yeah, cool. I'm still kind of blown away that stupid black line worked. I just didn't think it was gonna work. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Yeah, so I look forward to that episode, Sergio. Actually, if I got a few minutes here, I might listen to your last episode. Got a kind of an impromptu session tonight with a model. Got a friend in town. Yeah, I know. Did you see that? That was like, look at this sucker. The light ones. This is, and I don't even know what color. It gets so dirty. It's like I'm not even. I guess you can kind of resharpen. It's like can't even tell what color that's supposed to be. Yeah, so I got a friend in town, and he just said, hey, that'd be cool if we could get a model. And so I got a model for tonight. So I guess I'll do a little impromptu model session with just a couple of us. Try different shades of dark aside from black next time. Yeah, I know. I was thinking like, I actually have this. Oh, I forgot to pull that one out. I can't even tell what color that is. It's like, it's not black. It's like a super deep blue. But I think it would work just like that black did. And it's pastel. All right, wow, 6 seconds, you guys. Well, thanks so much for watching this, you guys. I'll record it and put it up on the old Patreon.